um oh my gosh, I'm so discombobulated today actually. I'm so off. I don't even know how to say it. How am I? Thank you if I look well, because I feel a hot bloody mess. But I'm actually just trying to um do me, really. I've been in a lot of pain lately. Um and so it's been a bit crazy, but I'm giving God thanks. I'm giving God thanks. This has been a tough, well, last week I should say has been a tough week. Yes, let's put it like that. So, um, but yeah, I'm giving God thanks because unlike other people, sadly, I am still here. Praise God. So I'm not gonna be miserable and whine and complain about it. Well, I'm complaining a little bit, but no, I'm not gonna, thing. So, welcome to OMG Reviews and Real Talk. Today, I have another special guest that is going to be chatting with us and telling us things from the other perspective. Last week, we were blessed to have two amazing people who have survived COVID-19, the coronavirus. And I'm excited to say that they are doing well and they continue to improve. And I don't know if you heard the review, but I was truly blessed. And they're like just amazing, and I was giving God thanks for their lives, and I'm just so happy to see that they are here with us. So this week, actually, how was your week? We're on like, what week is this now? 'Cause, the weeks are just blending. When you get confused and you don't even know, is it Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, what day? So, let me see. How has your week been? So week 6, we went to week 6 of quarantine, lockdown. Everywhere's talking about let's release us, free us from the shackles. Let's get back to normal. But are we really gonna get back to normal? I mean, think about it. We have had so much fear perpetuated over the past 6 weeks. You're in the 7th week, Lisa. Okay, cool. 7th week. No, I thought this week is the 7th week, isn't it? We've done 6 weeks. And aren't we now going into 7? Or are we going into... I don't know. Some days I don't even know if it's Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're just all blending in together. So, it gets confusing. But then you've got, birthdays. People are like, oh, it's my birthday. How am I going to have a birthday? Hey, you better be giving God thanks. You're still breathing, mate. Because there's so many people that are not here, sadly. For me as well, being a lupus and a RA fighter, this week has been proper tough for me. I mean, even today, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm not interested. But it was like, no, get up, stop whining. You're still here. Okay, yeah. When you remember that, you're still here. Okay, yeah, get up. Stop complaining. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful I'm here, because we could not be. And that means I still have a purpose. God still has a purpose here on this earth for me. So I'm like, whoa, I'm not even gonna complain. I'm taking it. So another issue I'm having, help me here. My car is dirty. Okay, my car's dirty. I don't do dirty car. I'm really having issues. And then I thought, yeah, I'm gonna wash my car. I'm gonna go get myself a kit. I got the bucket out. Yeah, they're still sitting at the doorway. I'm not about, people need to know what their limitations are. I don't wash cars. Yeah, I drive cars, nice clean cars, vacuum cars, smelling nice car. But me and a Miss Thing doesn't wax on, wax off. That's not me. So, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna be praying that the lockdown comes off down soon because I need to get to the car wash. Yeah, this is not for me. So if anyone's got any good tips on, like, even, and when it rained, you know, it hasn't been raining much, but I was like giving God thanks. I said, hey man, the little rain came and took off some of the pollen. I said, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, how did your car get punctured? How did that happen? It's not going anywhere. Wow. Oh, I hope you got that sorted. So I'm just like, no, yeah, that's my best friend, RAC. Yeah, I had a puncture and they had to come and save me. So anyway, I bought a water pump. Okay. Hello, Derry darling. How are you? I bought a water pump. I bought the cloths. I bought the wax. What else did I get? I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to wash my car. What I need is the oomph to go wash the car. I haven't got that far yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. You know, I think, oh, I love you too. Oh, I love my baby. All I know is that I need help. I'm just keeping it real. So I can't wait for this quarantine to be over. I'll be the first person at the car wash. Before we have our interview, I wanted to share with you my favorite COVID-19 coronavirus personality. Drum roll, people. Who is it? The one and only world's favorite president, Trumpy. Hey! What did he do this week? Well, what didn't he do? Apart from tweet, which is what he does on a regular basis. But apart from the tweeting, he then thought he would hook up our dear governor in California with some, let me help you, I can't even pronounce the darn medication, but it's what we use for the lupus. It's for it's an immune suppressant medication. And he thought he would get one of his golfing buddies to call the governor and tell him, hey, I can hook you up on some pills and I can get them from my boys in India. Can you hear the crickets and the excitement? I mean, what more sensible, let's put it like that, what more sensible can this man do? If you can think about it and tell me he hasn't got a clue. He has got a clue. He has got a clue. He doesn't have clues. That's the problem. He don't have a cue card. He don't have no one writing it for him. Somebody needs to help him. Lord have mercy, because he truly has issues. I don't know what is wrong with that man, but he needs to get it together. It's totally embarrassing. Anyway, I'm not going to be mean and talk about him, because I'm positively sure he means well. He's just lost. He's just confused, and maybe he doesn't have friends. You know, this is a time when you're going to know who your friends are. It's difficult, you know. It's difficult. So we're not going to be mean to him, because he could just not have good friends. That could be what the issue is. I don't know. So let me make this special phone call. It's like there was a show like this where they would call people, isn't it? What is it? And there was that prank one, or there was what is it? There's all these shows where they would phone somebody, and then what? Have I been ghosted? That's not cool. I don't like that. What happened? You know, I need to we need to work on that. We need to work on that. We had a plan, and now, you know, you're making me look silly. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. No, we're not. We're not going to do that. What is this? Okay, so I'm you know, me and technology is not friend. So, oh Lord, let me just make a direct phone call. See, this was not in the plan. Little girl, I'm wondering. Oh, I'm wondering. That's just me having a moment. Don't mind me. Right. Let me see. Because there's somebody at the door. Let me see. Okay, we're trying this again. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great.
Amen.
Great.
Amen. That's what I like to hear. You didn't want to see my face. You ignored me. You said, Oh my gosh. Right. So it is a pleasure to get to speak with you this evening. I know it's late, so we're just going to crack straight in. So, can I just have the pleasure, even though I know who you are, of asking you what your name is?
My name?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my name is Charmaine Wellington.
Oh, I hope you know your name.
Yeah, I do. Thank you for having me.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. It is a pleasure to have you. So, okay, so are you shy? Would you be willing to tell us, are you in the age range of, 35 to 65? Does that fit you?
Anna, you don't have to woman those questions, you know.
Hey, I just gave you a big 30 years gap. All you have to do is say yes.
Yes, that's the rate. That's the rate. Thank you.
Okay. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay, darling. So what is your job title today?
Well, I'm a surgical specialist nurse.
Ooh, that sounds all bougie. That's way above my league. You're a surgical specialist nurse. Okay, awesome. So could you share with us a little bit about your job role?
Okay, I work along with the doctors in the surgery, in the surgical department of the hospital.
Right.
So I'm able to see patients on the front line. So if they come into A&E and they have a query surgical issue, they will come over to the surgical assessment unit where we will assess them.
Wow.
And get the doctor to see them immediately, as soon as possible, more or less.
Okay, yeah. Awesome.
So my role will involve making sure the bloods are taken, making sure that they're safe and well enough to be in that environment where they are.
Okay.
Sometimes you get patients coming in with surgical conditions that really need to be in an emergency department, but not in the surgical. So they have to be more or less ambulatory kind of patient. Okay. So we don't take patients if they're what we call a news reading of more than 4. We don't take them.
Okay. So let me kind of break that down. So if I came in via the emergency room, so I was brought in by ambulance, you're the team I would see, or I come to you after, if you see what I mean?
So Amy will assess you. If you go to Amy and they will assess, maybe you have a medical condition, maybe you have, if you come in most cases, coming with pain somewhere. So anybody that comes with an abdominal pain or pain in the right upper quadrant or left or lower or somewhere in the abdomen.
Right.
So those are the cases we see.
Okay.
Anything to do with your abdomen, upper chest, and lower abdomen, we would see them.
Okay.
So that's patients.
Ooh, sorry, I nearly choked.
So the orthopedic patients, anybody with broken bone or injury to the limb.
Right.
Or any patients with urology problem.
Okay.
You will see those cases as well, yeah.
Wow, you guys are busy. You've seen everybody. You guys have seen everybody. So, as you are fully aware then that we are in a pandemic, right?
Yes.
And, you know, within your role, you know, what has, and your experience working in the hospital currently, would you say that, you know, compared to what the government had said and we were going to have a certain amount of flow, like the other day I was questioning, are we using the Nightingale hospitals that have been built, you know, with the 4,000 beds and whatever? But it sounded like it's not being used. So are we doing okay then in our hospitals?
I think we are doing okay in the hospital. I think where I am,
Mm-hmm.
we quite with in terms of patient numbers. Yes, we're doing quite okay.
Okay, well that's a blessing.
Other hospitals didn't do so well,
Okay.
especially Northwick Park Hospital.
Right,
Understand
yes. I heard
one
that.
of the
Um and a new report that came out with regards to Northwick Park Hospital last week explained that um I think because it's in the boroughs and counties of Brent and Harrow, where they're
yes,
saying that, you know, the boroughs of Brent and Harrow have one of the highest amount of coronavirus and COVID-19 cases. And
yes.
I was thinking, well, how are we so disparate to other boroughs? Because wouldn't it just meet all around? But then they've also factored in that there's much more lower paid workers, a lot of care workers in the borough, a lot of, people that work in the factories. So, I don't know. I was just finding it
So,
really weird.
it's what they're claiming is down to demographics. So you find in that area you have a lot of um, Black, Asian, and ethnic minorities living in
Okay.
there, and they
Right.
claim that the living conditions, the poor, the health issues as well. Most of us have high blood pressure,
Right. Okay.
diabetes, um, things that underlying condition that an asthma that will affect us more easily.
Right.
Again, we're below most of them work below poverty line
Oh,
as well.
okay.
So most of us work in the health in like jobs like drivers, the bus drivers,
Right.
the
Yes.
workers, couriers.
Right.
We have nurses, lots of nurses,
Right.
especially Filipino and at Northwood Park.
Right.
Lots of Filipinos are there and black nurses are there as well.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because one of my friends is saying that sadly, is it that they also say we seem to have more underlying health conditions. You know, we higher with diabetes. I think they were saying diabetes, high blood pressure, and is it heart disease? Is that our three? Those are the three sort of like main factors.
we're more likely to get because of our diet and our lifestyle. Yes,
Right. Okay. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
and my family history. So yes.
Wow. So
So
okay.
there was one sorry to interrupt, Anna. There was one controversial thing that was reported in the news recently about the vitamin D levels.
Right.
I don't agree with that at all.
But
Yeah.
okay, a prime example. So we have more melanin in our skin, and I'm a sun baby. Even though I have lupus, where they say you shouldn't be in the sun, I love the sun. The sun is like my medicine.
But
Now,
what is it? Because of your melanin, you don't absorb the vitamin D as readily as your white counterpart.
oh, okay, okay. So
That's
I
what
need to,
they're saying.
so I
But
need to be
we
in the
come
sun
from
more.
the sunshine. We live in the sunshine, so the vitamin D, the radiation here is not as as powerful as in the Caribbean and from Africa and from where we come from.
Right, right,
That because of that, we are not getting any of it from the sun in England. So they advise us because we're not absorbing the vitamin D, we need to take supplements. But vitamin D doesn't contribute anything to. There's no evidence to prove
uh-huh,
that this actually prevents us or minimize the risk of us having
right.
COVID.
Because
It's
I mean,
done, but there's no proof.
you know, COVID-19 sadly has impacted worldwide. I mean, I don't think there is one country that, maybe there is, but that hasn't had someone have the case. Of course, there are more countries than others, but like today they announced we're at 28,000 or something. You know, America's at 66,000. You know, Spain has, and you know, whatever. And these are people from all walks of life and demographics. So, you know, this coronavirus is no respecter of persons, culture, religion,
Exactly.
it doesn't care. It does not
So
care.
to say that vitamin D levels, that is ridiculous.
Right.
It's a ridiculous claim.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing that does, you know, fascinate me, because I've got no medical background, is that, you know, they keep telling us continually wash your hands, wash your hands. I'm like, for goodness sake, the amount of I'm on my next tub of Astral, you know, whatever, because I can't stand dry hands, and I'm washing, creaming, hand sanitizing, you know, and then, but I'm like, how is this how can a pathogen be living so strong? Do you see what I mean? Like, it lives on stainless steel for like 9 days, and I'm like, come on now, what's this, a mutant? You know. So it's just like, how, and then, you know, you've got people that have it, they're asymptomatic and they're fine, but they're giving it to somebody, and then, you know, you who can get it can keel over. I mean, it's just like, what is this thing?
So because of the people wipe their face.
Mm-hmm.
They wear gloves all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
They can if you sneeze and you touch a surface,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you take off from your face or from your hand can go on any surface.
Right. Okay.
So if somebody else is wearing a glove and they touch a surface after wiping their nose or rubbing their face or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they touch the door where you come in and you don't have any gloves,
Mm-hmm.
it means you can pick it up from that door.
Okay, you're gonna make me start feel sick now. Okay.
And you
No.
can pick it up from that surface.
Okay.
It's asking you to wash your hands as soon as
You're
touch your
making
face.
my skin crawl.
Listen, but what I'm saying is people are wearing gloves in their car.
Uh-huh.
They're going shopping
Right.
to Asda, pick up all these things with the same gloves.
Yes.
Now, after shopping, they go back to their car without a glove.
Okay, you're making me feel worse now. here's
So listen, they're trying to protect themselves. So here's the scenario. You left home with a pair of gloves in your hand,
Right.
on your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Get into your car with this clean glove.
Yep.
You touch your door handle.
Right.
You touch the car door handle. You touch your steering wheel.
Yep.
You go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Touch the trolley in the supermarket.
Right.
Touch the food or fruits or whatever you pick up in the store.
Right.
And you finish shopping, you take your money out if you have cash or your card, whatever.
Right.
With the same glove, remember you touched that trolley.
Yeah.
You don't know what's on that trolley. Or you don't know what's on that packet of whatever bread, or people are feeling oranges, feeling mango, feeling stuff to see. People are just touching things.
So what they're
with a
doing
dirty
is
glove.
they're cross contaminating and
So they contaminate. The trolleys can be contaminated.
wow.
The handrail for the escalator going up to some of the supermarkets
Right.
can be contaminated.
Right.
Surfaces where you touch in the supermarket can be contaminated.
Yes.
So you touch the trolley, go to the teller, and you cash and you pay for your service. You think so. You go back after you empty your stuff in the car. You take off your gloves.
Wow.
And then you take back that trolley with your hand back to wherever it is, so you not contaminate your hand.
Oh God.
Some people now take off keep the glove on.
Yeah.
After contaminating that trolley, then they go back to the car now. So your car door, your steering wheel,
Right.
you take it back home. So you take home things that you didn't even intend to
take home. Oh my lord. I have a question.
The important thing is to wash your hands.
Right. So someone has a question for you.
Situation, yes.
If you've got sickle cell, how would COVID-19 impact sickle cell?
Now, with sickle cell anemia, sickle cell is caused by sickling. The red blood cells in the body is become in a sickle shape.
Right.
These people are at risk of anemia with weak hemoglobin, which will impact everything, your blood, your heart, everything.
Right.
So with a low hemoglobin, you're at higher risk of having a weak immune system.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So you're at greater danger of contracting coronavirus as just as you blink.
Right.
So most people are at greater danger because of the weak immune system, weak hemoglobin. They're at risk of infection easily. Very easy. They can acquire infection. So they're at risk even before coronavirus.
Right, yeah, definitely.
So simple flu and simple cold, they get easily.
Okay.
Because of their weak immune system, yeah.
So would you mind if I just asked you to be real, what have you seen with the coronavirus in hospital? What have you seen? I mean, on the TV, I'm biased. I kind of only watch Channel 4 News. I shouldn't say that out loud, but I am biased. And so, because the way how they report it, I feel is not so scaremongery, but at least it's giving me more facts,
Well, what they're saying is because if you come in contact with somebody who has symptoms, you are at greater risk. So that's why the lockdown, which was important to the government, to minimize, because the NHS is not a bed of roses, my dear.
Oh, I know. I've been in there many times, and it's like Russian roulette. Sometimes I've been in hospital and I've had great treatment, great staff, excellent doctor, and another time I'm like, Lord save me, they're gonna kill me in this place.
It's not a nice place to be, so you want to avoid it.
It's not
as much as you can.
It is not.
Avoid getting there. Don't get sick. I always tell people, do not eat well.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you take care of your immune system.
Right.
Live right so that you don't get to the hospital. It's not a nice place.
I hear you. So can I ask you, how do you feel when you're there at work? Do you feel safe? Do you feel comfortable? Are you sure you know your skill, but you're apt to assist the patient?
I guess we are all scared of contracting this virus.
Okay.
We are all scared because I've seen nurses just panic and just be anxious about everybody that walks through the door.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
In the beginning, we were like, okay, let's see what happens. We were worried that we don't have enough of the PPE. We don't have this. What is going on? We need it so that we can take care of ourselves, so that we can take care of the public.
Right.
We were fearful.
Right.
So there was a monitoring. They're still monitoring the PPE, how much you get and how much you deliver.
Right.
And so with what we had to try and do our best.
Okay, of course.
But we still have patients coming, not with the symptoms that the government, WHO and Public Health England say. We have patients coming with flank pain. We have patients coming with chest pain. We have patients coming with no cough, no fever, no headaches, nothing, flank pain,
Right.
back pain, chest pain, and you would think, oh, they don't have symptoms, they haven't traveled anywhere.
Right.
Okay, I'll go and sort them out. But when you do check of an X-ray or a CT scan, there it is,
Wow.
right before your eyes. You can't do anything. You already attend these people.
Right. Yeah. So you really need to protect yourself from the get-go. So now I'm assuming once we get to the hospital as a patient, you need to be protected because you don't know if the patient coming has it or doesn't have it.
This was at the really beginning of this coronavirus outbreak. We were looking for those things. We were like, as soon as you cough, we were watching you. As soon as you have a temperature, we were monitoring you.
Right.
So we were looking for those symptoms.
Right. Right. But I mean, I'm hearing more and more people say they never had a fever, they never had a cough, and they had no taste, they had no smell, or they had really bad fatigue.
Exactly.
Their body was aching, or something like this. So it wasn't the three main ones: fever, cough. So you're right. I mean, and I suppose because everybody's different, and so your body's gonna react differently to different pathogens, and not everyone gets the flu the same, not everyone gets a cold the same. So I suppose it would definitely. And now where they're talking about Kawasaki disease for children, that's what's bringing the COVID-19 is bringing that out in children. So it's something completely different. So I mean, oh boy, you just have to stay locked in your house then. Don't go out. Stay inside.
You find people come with different symptoms, even to the smell and the taste. We never thought. And one of the nurses working with us said, "Oh, 2 weeks ago she was saying, oh, I can't smell anything." We never really thought, oh, she has this coronavirus.
Right. Oh wow.
She had.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you just don't know.
I can't smell. I can't taste. I was like, really?
And this time you're like, you need to go over there. Don't come by me.
So, I mean, now, every patient comes in, we just take our precaution. Even if they have a sneeze, they have a cough, they have pain, we just have to take precaution now.
Right. I mean, how do you feel that this the experience has impacted your family? Because you're a frontline worker, you're one of our heroes, but you're also a mother, you're also a wife. So you're the hero, the frontline worker when you're out of the door, but then when you come home, you take on those other responsibilities. So how do you, balance the two?
From the beginning, Neil, the first week, he didn't go to work for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
He decided that I am not going. he didn't go to work.
Right.
So I have to think, listen, if he's not working, well, I have to step up here.
Right.
Luckily for me, Anna, oh my God, listen, God, in His mercies, has been so good to me. I just have to give Him praise, Anna.
Amen. Amen.
Let me tell you my experience. I don't know if you were there at the last Women's Ministries breakfast.
Yes, I was.
And I shared a testimony and said, this lady is asking me to come and work with her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
Yes.
And I said, I said yes to her. But so when I was on the ward at the time working, the day of the 15th of March, that was Sunday, 16th of March, I was scheduled to work. I was moved to this new area.
Mm-hmm.
On the 16th of March, the ward became a COVID positive ward. So all positive patients
wow.
have to go there to work. I said, Lord,
have mercy.
You took me from.
Yes.
He was planning all of this ahead of me. I didn't know.
Thank God.
I look back and I thought, how would I have to deal with such a situation?
Right, right.
To be able to work on a COVID positive patient. And you know what you're working with? An ordinary surgical mask, an apron, plastic apron, and a pair of gloves.
Wow. Wow.
And I looked at my colleague and tears came to my eyes.
Wow.
Because now I'm feeling like if I have abandoned them in such a crisis.
Right. But no, I mean, you were called to another ward. I mean...
So I just have to say thank you, Lord, for doing this. Because you look at your colleague and think, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look what my colleagues are going through.
Right. But I mean, I suppose that this is making you guys all together in your hospital, and I'm sure in other hospitals, come together and be much more team orientated and looking out for each other. I think it's bringing your work family, you know, instead of you just being just colleagues now, you're caring more, you're looking out more because you want to save each other, if you see what I mean.
That's right. You want to protect each other.
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you see them get up to look at the patient, can you put on your mask? Can you put on your glove? You remind them.
Right. I hear you. So in that capacity, that's a good thing. And you know, at least when you go home, I mean, I know some people have a strict routine. I mean, I'm funny. I've been off with my head anyway. But you know, as soon as you get to the door, it's a good thing. You know, I don't have a glass door. You take off all the clothes.
So what I'm doing, I scrub down before I come home.
Right. Okay.
So my face is washed. My hands from above my elbow, I'm scrubbing it down before I get home. I change my clothes.
Right.
Change my socks, everything, shoe, everything.
Okay.
Before I get into the car.
Okay.
And then I come home, I go straight into the shower.
Right. Yeah. So it's the same sort of routine that I'm hearing, you know, people are doing. You're just decontaminating, and then everything just goes bam into the wash. Right.
Another thing is that Neil, because he was at home, he wasn't sleeping in the bed, you know, he was out on the sofa. He decided, even though she's not showing any symptoms, I'm not going near her.
So you were having social distancing in your own house?
Exactly. So
that's too funny.
Crystal is in her room. You know.
That's
really,
hilarious.
really nice. Yeah.
That's funny. But I mean, now, how do you feel, and what is most concerning for you or even your colleagues at such a time as this? I mean, you know, are we seeing this as our new normal? How do you guys feel?
We're still scared. We are scared for our lives. Because we think, most of us who doesn't have any symptoms think that we can be carriers.
Right. Okay. That's true. I never thought of it that way. Yes.
Yeah. So because we haven't had any symptoms as yet, we think we probably had it mildly.
Wow.
And think that we can be yes. Yeah.
So we're the carriers.
So we still have to be careful with our families.
Right.
So no hugging, no, you know, coming too close together, because I think,
my gosh, I'm a hugger. How can we not hug? I'm a hugger. How, you know, to be telling people you can't hug, you can't do, that's so, and children need hugs.
Anna, if you know Crystal, she is definitely a hugger.
Oh.
She hugs in the morning, she hugs any time of the day.
Wow.
And for her not to hug me, it's like, one day she said, I don't care if I have it, I'm going to hug you.
Oh, of course, you're her mum. Do you know what I mean? That must be so tough.
It's hard for her not to be able to do that. Yeah, I think it's very hard for her. And, you know, another thing with her too, she was looking forward to writing her exam.
Oh wow, yes, that's true.
She was looking forward to, because she's enjoying French so much,
Good
and she
for
was doing
her.
so well with the French. So to not to be able to go and prove herself.
Yeah.
It,
I'm still hoping, for our young people that they will get the opportunity. It might be a bit later, but hopefully in June they'll be able to get in there and get their exams done. I know as a teacher that
mm,
actually having predicted grades for a student is not fair, because a
it's not
student can
positive.
perform much differently when they're actually now trying to apply an exam or do whatever. And sometimes,
Yeah.
you might have maybe not done well in one assignment, but you actually remember everything and put it all down in an exam. So I think, and I'm being very honest with you, I know that there are some teachers that aren't as smart, so they'll say, oh,
Yeah.
predicted grades, and they might actually, deny a student a positive mark.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
I don't agree personally with a predicted grade. I
Put
really
that
do
to the
feel
same use now.
if we have to push back the school year, then for the exams, push it back and let them take their examinations. That's how I feel. You
So
know. Um,
what the school have done now, they've actually promoted them to the other class. So she's now preparing for A level.
Okay, excellent, fantastic. Which
Yeah.
that's a very positive school. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many differences. We've still got some doing online classes, and we've got some just sending the work
Yeah.
home. And I think this is something that the educational board, the DFFE, and examination boards like Pearson and OCR and things like that need to really sort of like be sensible and say,
Yeah.
look, these children need to be accredited properly, you
Yeah.
know.
So whatever grade they have, she doesn't know yet, but they're sending work and reminders like every week, what to do and how to get stuff done,
Yeah.
preparing them for A level.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. So that is good. I mean, and Lisa made a very good point. She said that some kids are better at exams than coursework. I was that person. I didn't want to be faffing with the coursework, and then when it's the exam, now I'm like, bam, 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 bam. Here you are. Thank you. Bye. so, so yeah, I was never a coursework kind of person, but that's not to say that's a good thing. Coursework is good. I will not promote not doing coursework. Anyone listening, do your coursework. But yeah. So you know what? The last question is: what is your belief system? How have you been coping? Because mental health and well-being is so important right now. How have you been
I
coping?
I think, as you said, a positive mind and a good well-being is so important. I think it all boils down to yeah. I'm a Christian, and I know that with God I can do all things. So my mindset was, I wasn't even thinking about. Sometimes I don't even think about myself. I go about just getting the work done.
Wow.
And I've been doing like extra shifts as well.
Wow.
As
That's
a result,
whew.
because people are there complaining of pain and all sorts. You just want to be there, and now they have brought more nurses from other hospitals. They closed more wards,
Okay.
so you have the support now, more support.
Okay, that's it.
Uh,
That's good. Well, that is good, but in one sense, it's not, because I do know some people that are really devastated because they've had their operations put back or cancelled because of this.
because you don't want to put them at risk as well of getting the
Yeah,
corona. Because you have to put them to sleep on the respirator, which
mm,
was needed.
yeah, that's true.
So they're probably better off at home, even though they're probably upset and they're still in pain.
Right.
At least they're not dead.
Oh God, that's true. You're still alive. No, you're right. I mean, I had a procedure done on the 14th
Listen,
of
they
March.
needed the respirator. They
So
needed the respirator
yeah,
because we had to close down. What we did, the ICU is 9 bedded.
right.
We had 6 theaters, so one is in operation at the moment. So
Wow.
only in emergency.
Wow.
And those operating rooms were converted to ICU beds.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So
Okay.
we also made 2 or 3 other wards, COVID positive wards.
Right. Okay.
Some were closed to accommodate staff on other wards to help out in other wards.
Right.
But we were able to manage. We were able to manage by closing down and cancelling all surgeries, cancelling all elective surgeries. We
Right.
had to do that.
No, I mean, you know what? When you look at the bigger picture and how this has impacted our whole world, it's about thinking smart and trying to save lives.
Exactly.
So unfortunately, yeah, you maybe had a pre operation schedule, but we're now in a critical time. So and your safety, if something was, unless I was really really an emergency right now, I'm not interested in going to the hospital. For what? No thank you, because in my mind there's way more germs there than there is outside.
Yeah.
So it's about
So
staying home.
now a lot of the elderly coming in with things like constipation and urinary tract infection
Oh wow.
because they were not eating, they're not going anywhere, they're in the house, they're not active.
Yes.
And so you find a lot of them will come in with these conditions for the last.
Because I suppose
week.
because the routine for senior citizens has just gone, because they're now being asked to stay inside, and in so doing, that's why my mum's behaving badly, because I can't get her to stay inside. But it's because she's got that routine of, she's going to the store, she's going to,
Yes.
and so
Yes.
to tell her to stay in, it's like you're asking her to cut off her foot.
Yeah, so that it's impacting them, the elderly, especially the elderly, quite a lot, because you'll find that because of all these underlying things, constipation, urinary tract, they tend to be more confused.
Right.
And
Okay.
so you see the cycle now becomes it becomes a cycle now. So they become confused. They now stop drinking, stop eating, stop doing things. Next thing you know, they get so sick, they had a fall, they fall down,
Right.
break their limb, or something happens, or something else happens.
So it just declines. It makes them sort of decline because the routine, the structure is gone.
Exactly, because they stop eating because they don't want to go to the toilet. They don't want to go to the toilet to pass urine.
Oh.
And they develop a urinary tract infection, and they fall down afterwards, and they break the hip.
Wow.
And all of this becomes a cycle to them. So you'll find more elderly coming in with fractured hips, fractured urinary, more confused, more
Right.
decline in the mental status and everything else. So
I have one last question from one of the audience. They're asking, have you seen people come in for other than COVID-19? So you said about the senior citizens. Have you seen maybe people coming in with maybe more sickle pain or chronic pain, but it's not related to COVID-19, or are we just focusing now on COVID-19 illnesses?
It's amazing. A lot of the chronic pain, those patients with chronic pain, they're not coming to the hospital.
Oh wow.
So we are concerned. We are really concerned, especially in the surgical department. We are really concerned about them.
Wow.
So I believe somebody was given a task for this week, call them up.
Right.
To find out what they are doing. So I think somebody from the surgical department will has been given that task to find out where are they, how are they coping.
Oh, so that might be why
people that come to the hospital on a regular basis every week. There is not enough beds for them.
Right. And now they're just not coming.
Come now, something is wrong.
Yeah. Wow. You know what though? I was actually complaining about my hospital. They're stalking me. I keep saying, like, every week they keep sending me this survey and asking me questions. I'm like, you asked me that the last time and I told you. That's it. Just leave me alone. But now that you said that, I can kind of understand why they keep contacting me, because they are asking me, do I feel okay? Am I feeling low in my spirits? You know, am I in any more pain? You know, do whatever. Well, I can tell you with the pain this week, boy, I'm not gonna tell you, I've been popping some pills. I ain't gonna lie, because I've been mashed.
Where are you getting your pills from? So we worried. Where are you getting your medication from?
Oh no, I don't play.
Go to the hospital for more. What is going on?
Right. No, I phone my consultant.
Really insane. You know, these are the questions. Right. Did you really have pain? Why did you have to? Where are you? Are you okay?
Yeah.
So we're quite worried.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. She said because she's meant to go to the hospital every week, and at the moment she stopped, so she's quite concerned. And like, even for me, I do bloods every month. I do, I have my consultants, like, so rheumatology, they contacted me last week or the week before, and we had a phone consultation, and he was like, from what you're saying, I'm gonna give you this medication, but I'm gonna touch base with you in another couple of weeks. And I'm like, wow, so now we're doing phone consultation. Do you see what I mean? So,
yes, of course.
And then
it's important to keep that contact, really.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, you guys are, I am just in awe. I always knew that I would never be a medical professional. I've got personal issues, so I can't work with smells and looks, and so I'm just being real. I know my limitations. So for you, I want to, I need to just applaud you and clap for you, because you are amazing. I know I could not stand in your position. I know I could not do your role. I care for people, don't get me wrong. I love you. I'll clean you up and so, but to know that I'm waking up in the morning to go, and anyway, but you look cute in your uniform, so that's true, that's nice. But I, capacity. So,
I believe if you're a nurse, it's a calling.
It is.
To do this, you have to understand people.
Yeah.
And you have to love people, despite who they are.
Yeah.
So you have people who after a time, it doesn't do anything to you. You just brush it off and go next day to face more.
Well, hallelujah.
I love the talent.
Let me clap for you again. Hallelujah. Because I know with my brain, and you are in here and you need some assistance from me, and you're going to run up your gums, go sit down there and wait. So you see, that's why God knows you're there and I'm here.
I know it's a challenge, but you learn to cope. You learn to ignore these things. You learn to just think about what they're going through, because as nurses you have to empathize with people and their behavior. Empathize. You have to understand people. You have to understand what's going on in their mind, mentally. Not because they come with a physical condition, but so.
Oh my gosh!
It's not the definition of the word health. It's about mentally, physical, spiritual, emotional well-being.
Right.
That's being healthy.
I've got.
The other is affected as well.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I've got another friend here saying that the doctor sent them to do a CT scan, but she's not going, and I'm like, so people are really like COVID-19. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm not coming. So.
The doctor to prescribe to order an X-ray scan for you, it means that they need to look in something, because an ordinary ultrasound would not pick it up. So for you to have an ultrasound scan, you probably need to go. Don't be scared. Just put on your
mask and yeah.
Don't even think about wearing a glove. Just wash your hands. Every door you touch, use the sanitizer and wash your hands as soon as possible.
Right.
Just go in there. They are cleaning. I don't know which hospital you have to go, but they're doing a lot of cleaning on door handles and everything else. So even if you touch the door handle, just wash your hands, sanitize as much as you can. It's not in the air. So you don't, only when you touch your face with your hand, don't even worry about, they clean the place as soon as you leave. So don't be scared.
You see. No. I got to catch you there. So it's content. We've got 28,000 people have passed away, and how many 100 and something thousand tested positive, and we're saying that they all touched somewhere with COVID-19. They didn't breathe it in.
They probably came in contact with somebody who had it.
Right. Okay. Because I'm saying you have to
on purpose in the train, in the bus, and your work colleague, because this thing was around since December. Don't forget.
That's true. Yes, that's true.
This was around since December.
Right.
So people travel not only when we heard the outbreak in Italy. England responded to what Italy was doing instead of looking at what.
Okay.
And this is where we made a mistake. People were already in the country.
Right.
But this thing intermingling with people all over.
Okay. You see, you have just continued to make me realize why I don't do public transport. I am in my car because I need to stay in my little bubble because I can't do the germs.
Yeah.
But no, you know what? This thing. So I'm really glad to hear it from your perspective, because I don't want people to be scared. You still have to live your life as best as possible, but
of course,
being more hygienic, which is when I a couple of weeks ago I told you that they did the survey in France and only 2 out of 10 people said they washed their hands. I nearly died. I was like, we got germs. But people being much more health conscious, washing more, hand sanitizers, sold out everywhere. We're just getting it back. And taking more care of each other as well. This is the one thing I can actually say I have noticed, because yeah.
No, you think? If why you wearing gloves to protect yourself? People telling me I am protecting myself by wearing these gloves. That is what they're saying, Anna.
So you're saying people are wearing gloves because they want to protect themselves?
Yeah. But I said to them, no, you're not protecting it. You in the meantime, you're spreading this virus.
Well, I know for me, I will wear gloves, and then I've got bags of gloves. I'll wear something, I'll touch it, I'll throw it away. I'll do something, in the house, I don't.
You have 100 pair of gloves in a day if you're going anywhere.
Huh?
So why don't you just wash your hands?
Because when I go to the supermarket, I can't wash my hands. So what I do have a specific routine. I have my disinfectant wipes. I have hand sanitizer. I will wear a pair of gloves to just touch the trolley. I'll take it off, and then I will put it in. Do you see what I mean? So
you too much.
Oh yeah, I got issues. But I just want to say thank you. Really appreciate it. People are very grateful. And I just want to pray with you and ask God to continue to cover you and keep you, because the work that you're doing is commendable, and we're truly grateful for the service that you're providing at present.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So let me just pray with you before we go. So, Father God, I just want to say thank you so much for the life of your daughter, Charmaine. We are truly appreciative of all that she does. And you know that I know her, and she is right that, you have led her to that profession, because she's not only that way in her job, she's like that in character. And that just says so much. So, Lord, continue to protect her, cover her, keep her and her family safe, and all of her colleagues and everyone that she works with, and all the patients that she encounters. Let them also receive healing through her handiwork. Continue to glorify and raise your name in your holy and most precious name. Amen. Thank you, sweetie.
So much,
we really appreciate you. You are amazing. Woo! Lots of love. And we'll speak soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Right. Right, so we've gone a little bit over time today, but I just want to say thank you all for stopping by and spending time. And, you know, until next week, as you heard, stay safe, stay inside, only go out for anything, because I got a system. Don't play with me. Wash those hands. Okay, guys? So, stay blessed, and until next week. Oh my gosh, this COVID-19 is crazy.